What's up, YouTube? Rod212 here with another haul video. This is predominantly a flea market haul. I actually had a very successful flea market haul. You know, I had a good success at the flea market on Saturday. I want to share with you guys. But before I do that, this is my pickup from eBay. I picked this up pretty cheap, and I had like $13 in eBay bucks, so I wound up paying like $15 for this book, which I think is a steal. And this is Flash number 120, and that's the first Barry Allen and Wally West team up as Flash and Kid Flash. First Wally West is 110, but this is the first team up. I believe 135 is the first new costume. So, you know, minor keys to own in the Flash collection. I'm trying to pick up the early Flash as much as possible. I always liked it as a kid. You know, a lot of people grew up on Wally, but I grew up on Barry Allen. So, you know, good stuff to find. Some dollar fodder that I found laying around there. Michelangelo Christmas special, not worth much, just something to have. Found this, took it just because it was a nice near mint, and it's a Venom book. So, Venom the Madness, Part 1. iZombie, number 1. For $1, I'll take it. Wolverine, Weapon X, number 4, the variant edition. And I love this cover. I pick it up every chance I get. For $1, I'll take that every day. And that's Wolverine Weapon X number 1 variant edition. That's the Adam Kubert one. And then the book I was happy to find, I found Scalp number 3, which was this. If you haven't read this is a really good story arc. Scalp number 2, and in there also was Scalp number 1. Pretty nice copy, probably a VF copy. For $1, I'll take it, you know. Can't pass up on that. And so here goes the score. And I'll just show you. Whenever I find these in good condition, I'll always pick them up. You know, they kind of remind me of my youth, and it's a nice novelty. I know many of us collect some of these, and a couple other guys do. But these Dell, Hanna-Barbera, and Disney books, you know, they're really books of our youth, and when you don't find them in this condition too often. So these books are from like 1959. I believe this book is like 1960 or 61. 1961. So we're talking a book that's 57 years old. That's a good looking copy for 57. So I grabbed that, and that's a nice quick door McGraw. Here's another one. You know, for the shape these books are in, I'll grab them. The only problem with them is that they must have been up in an attic for a long time. They have a little rust on the staples, but the covers present phenomenal. Nice Flintstone. The Uncle Scrooges are the ones I went through real quick because there's a couple of big money ones. None of these are big money, but you know, they're nice Uncle Scrooge books to have. And then some really clean Walt Disney Mickey Mouse. I mean, look how clean that copy is. And then Walt Disney Comics with Donald and his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So here's the story. I went to the flea market, and I do my early walk around, and I kind of thought I was going to get shut out. I hadn't found anything yet. Then I found a $1 book here, a $1 book there, and decided to do what I always do. I go and I circle around again to see if any vendors came. When I start circling around, I see a vendor out there, and he's got 10 boxes full of Disney books and everything else just laid out there. And he wanted anything that wasn't bagged or boarded, he wanted $2 for, and anything that was in plastic bags, I rebagged these, but anything in plastic bags, he wanted 10. There was no way I was going to pay 10, but I went through everything there, looking for a diamond in the rough, and found some really nice books. Started talking with the guy, and he said he got commissioned to clean out an attic for someone. And, someone's uncle had passed away, and the person took all of the number 1 books for the most part, but everything else just gave for him to throw out. So all of these books were there to throw out. So he had them out there, and there was like 5 guys taking it through the boxes. There was a large variety of these Walt Disney comics, some Dell comics, you know, all of those classic illustrateds, but there's a lot of printings on those, so unless they're first printing, you know, same thing with these books. But I did find some really, really nice condition. I'll show you the condition on these books. I mean, that book is clean. Nice date stamp, 1960. Action Comics number 265. Another really nice one, Pizarro. Action Comics 264. Action Comics number 120. I gotta buy some Golden Age bags. These aren't in bags. These are double-digit World Finest. Sorry, I was saying Action Comics. That was World Finest number 120. World Finest number 95. World's Finest number 97. Again, for 60-something-year-old books, these books are really nice. Colors present really well. You know, they're probably 6.0 copies, but you're talking books that are almost 60 years old. World's Finest 109. Couple of nice Superman copies. Mr. Mixelplix. Superman 148. I just want to show you the condition on these books. Superman number 135. And Superman number 126. Those purple covers. They loved those purple and yellow covers back in the day. So, really nice. Then I started finding some really nice, I'll show you now, some real nice detective comics. These are clean. Detective Comics number 297. $296. $288. $285. Another purple cover. And $283. Like I said, really, really clean copies. Real nice. So while I'm going through, there was a guy next to me that had been going through a pile, and he had a stack right next to him, and he started splitting up the books into two piles. So I asked him if he wasn't looking at one of the piles. He says, "No, I'm gonna possibly buy both of these, all of these here." I was like, "Okay." So I kept looking, but kept an eye on the pile that he had because I saw a couple of books in there. And I was like, "Oh wow." He started talking to a friend of his. It's one of the guys that's on when the Toy Hunter show was on, the little short guy from Toy Hunters. He was with this guy here, and they were scavenging. And he told him, you know, at that price, $10 a piece, it's not worth it. Don't grab them. So the guy looks at me and goes, "Hey, I'm not going to take them." So these are what I grabbed from that pile there. Justice League, number 25. Nice copy. Justice League, number 24. Another nice copy. This one has a little rub on the side, but still, for the collection and the price I paid, well worth it. Justice League, number 23. Small little corner chip on the top. Other than that, you know, the book, easy find. Flash 132. Super happy to find this for my Flash run. And Flash 131 with an appearance from Hal Jordan there. Look at that. Look at the shape of these books. You can't beat that. And then the last book, and the only Marvel, was this. Incredible Hulk with number 102. Probably like a 4.0 copy. But an easy $60 to $80 book and a 4.0 copy. and this guy just left them there. So again, the other thing I did was I started conversing with the vendor, and he was a cool guy. He was standing there with his kids, and you know, he's just trying to make a buck. So I had a nice stack. I had 20 of these books that he had in plastic bags, and the loose ones that I had there. I went up to him, and he wanted, I think it was $220, and I was not going to pay that much. So I started bartering with him. We started talking. I asked him if he'd work a deal. He said absolutely. Lo and behold, when it was all said and done, I got all of these books for $4 a piece. So I walked away very, very happy. He was happy because he made his fee for the table plus some pocket change. He was doing really well there. There were just so many of those 4-color and the Dell, and there was some DC books that just the condition wasn't as good. These were the better condition books. But once again, just luck. You know, being at the right place at the right time, going back there. And I can't imagine what must have been up in that attic. If this guy walked away with 10 boxes like this, you know. So it just goes to show, though, that there are still treasures to be found out there in attics, in places where, you know, people pass away, don't pass along their collection, or it doesn't look like these books, any of them were bagged or boarded, you know. They were just loved and read and then put away in a dark attic. But, you know, fortunate enough for us, these are the finds that we find when we go out there hunting. So, you know, there's all different ways of getting books. Silver Age Dave says it all the time. So keep the hunt up, guys. You know what? Good luck. And, you know, thank you to my new subscribers. I just went over 700 subscribers, so I will be doing a contest soon. I appreciate that. If you like this video, please hit the like, leave a comment. I always answer back to the comments. And until my next video, peace.